Hi, I'm Ophelie Jacobson with Campus Reform. Today we're at the University of Florida talking with students about the Democrats' latest push to increase the number of Supreme Court justices from 9 to 13. But what happens when students find out that many Democrats in the past have opposed this same proposal? Let's find out. So Democrats recently introduced legislation to increase the number of Supreme Court justices from 9 to 13. The last time that the Supreme Court changed its size was in 1869. What do you think of this? Would you support something that increases the number of justices on the Supreme Court?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I feel like in general, the more people that hold a powerful position, the better.
I do. I think that the current number is very fixated, and it's also kind of just saturated with justices that have been there for quite some time.
Yeah, because I think that when you have more voices on any sort of panel, you'll get differing opinions, you'll get, more counsel on one issue.
I don't necessarily think it's a bad idea.
I'd have to read into it more, but I guess I'd be willing to.
Doesn't seem like a terrible idea.
I just think in general, if it's been 9 for that long and it's been, I think, written in the Constitution, right, that I just don't think it should be changed.
So I'm sure you're familiar with Ruth Bader Ginsburg, the late Supreme Court Justice. What do you think she would have to say about this?
As a liberal and as a progressive person, she would be supportive of it.
I mean, I guess I can't speak for her, but I guess I think she would maybe support it.
And what about Joe Biden? Joe Biden has created a commission to study reforms on the Supreme Court. Do you think he's always supported this in his political career? He's been in politics for more than 47 years.
I don't know if he's always supported it, but I do know that beliefs can change and people can grow.
I'd say he probably hasn't always supported it, but he does now.
So I want to play you a video that I have of something that Joe Biden said back in 1983 and also some comments made by Ruth Bader Ginsburg on expanding the court.
President Roosevelt clearly had the right to send to the United States Senate and the United States Congress a proposal to pack the court. It was totally within his right to do that. He violated no law. He was legalistically absolutely correct, but it was a bonehead idea. It was a terrible, terrible mistake to make.
Gee.
I have heard that there are some people on the Democratic side who would like to increase the number of judges. I think that was a bad idea when President Franklin Delano Roosevelt tried to pack the court. 9 seems to be a good number, and it's been that way for a long time.
So what is your reaction to that video?
It's interesting that they felt that way then, and I wouldn't have suspected that, I'd say.
I feel like there's multiple instances of old clips of Joe Biden and then newer clips. I can't name any off the top of my head. I've just seen them, but of him changing his opinions on different subjects. So I feel like that's not that much of a surprise, really.
Now Joe Biden supports it. Obviously, back in 1983, he didn't support it. I want to show you a picture of, this is a senator back in 2016 standing behind a podium that says, "We need 9," obviously referring to the justices. And this is him just a couple of days ago behind the same podium saying that he wants to expand the court.
That's funny, how they just change their opinion on stuff.
Do you think this is a political power play just to get more power in government?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I'm not a huge political person, but it's pretty obvious he's flip-floppity.
I mean, I guess, yeah. It's just whatever serves their interests at the time.
It could be, but I feel like all politics are just power plays.
Looking at this, does this set a bad precedent? If Democrats are just able to increase the number of justices from 9 to 13, wouldn't that mean that Republicans, if they were in power, could just do the same thing and we would just keep increasing the number of justices as the years go on? We could end up with 30 justices at one point if this is all just about power grabbing. Do you think that's possible?
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. I feel like if they should keep it the way it is, otherwise it'll just keep elevating, and then pretty much anything could be changed if you change the number of Supreme Court justices. Then
It's whoever's in power or isn't in power wants to do whatever they can. Get in power doesn't mean it's right.
That's a good point. I mean, I guess you could just keep arguing for an increase every time that your party has a minority, I guess.
Absolutely. I see that being a thing, a game of they did it, so why don't we have it?
And I know you mentioned in the beginning of the video that you thought it wasn't a terrible idea. Now, knowing that Joe Biden opposed in the past, RBG doesn't think it's a good idea, do you still support packing the court?
No. When you first asked me at the beginning of the interview, I just kind of had to think about it for a bit. Like I wasn't really, but yeah, I don't think it's a good idea.
I guess not then. Yeah.
I think again, you have to look objectively at what the legislation actually says.
I think that I would have to do a lot more research before I fully decided whether I support it or not.
Are you even more opposed to it now, or even stronger in your beliefs?
I mean, yeah, especially now that I have more of the facts, like a better understanding of what it's talking about. Like I feel like my opinions are a little stronger in opposing it.
Thank you so much for watching. If you want to check out our latest video, click right here. And if you want to stay up to date on all of our content, don't forget to subscribe here.